one of my favorite things to talk about, guys. The Razzies. If you guys don't know what the Razzies are, so the Razzies are I guess they are the lead up to the Oscars, if you will. So every year, the Razzies do their whole ceremony about worst movie, worst director, worst actor, all of that leading up to the Oscars. So this year, who won big, guys? Madam Web. Congratulations, Madam Web. You rocked the Razzies big time this year. Guys, I saw Madam Web. I know Queen did too. It's a pretty bad movie, but it won.
It was beyond bad, Brian.
It won Worst Picture, guys. Congratulations to Madam Web. It beat out Borderlands. It beat out Joker 2. It beat out Megalopolis, and it beat out Reagan. So congratulations to you, Madam Web. Look at the worst actor. Worst actor of the year. Who won that, guys? Now you might be saying, I'm not really sure about this. Jerry Seinfeld won for Unfrosted. And I'm like, Unfrosted? I didn't think that was that bad of a movie, but they trash on Unfrosted and the Razzies. Dennis Quaid was up for Reagan. Joaquin Phoenix was up for Joker. Zachary Levi was up for Harold and the Purple Crayon. I watched that shit. Yeah, that was ridiculous. And Jack Black was up for Dear Santa. I like Jack Black and Dear Santa, so that's one I kind of go, guys. You could have maybe give Jack Black a little bit of love right there. Worst actress. We had Kate Blanchett from Borderlands up. We had Lady Gaga for Joker 2. We had Bryce Dallas Howard for Argyle. We had Dakota Johnson as our winner, guys, for Madam Web. That's right. Dakota Johnson won. And also Jennifer Lopez was up for Atlas. Unfrosted is the the Pop-Tart story. It was on Netflix, Countess. It was about making the Pop-Tart. Jerry Seinfeld wrote it. He was in it. We had Hugh Grant as Tony the Tiger. It was a weird ass movie.
It's great.
It was a weird ass movie. It really was.
Worst casting ever.
Worst supporting. Amy Schumer was in there too. Yeah. Worst supporting actress. We got Jack Black from Borderlands, Kevin Hart from Borderlands, Shia LaBeouf. No. From Megalopolis. We had Tahir Rahim from Madam Web. And who wins? John Voight from Megalopolis. That's what I'm talking about, guys. No, he won worst actor. Worst actor. Worst actress was, I messed my notes up here. Worst actress was actually, because we had Amy Schumer won worst actress from Unfrosted. Unfrosted got trashed quite a bit. I mean, honestly, worst actress, Emma Roberts was up from Madam Web. Leslie Ann was up from the Margaret Thatcher movie. Argyle got hit again. I mean, guys, they really trashed on Argyle, Unfrosted, and Madam Web. Worst director, though, had to go to Francis Ford Coppola for Megalopolis. And he actually was like, you know what, guys, thank you. He was excited about it. He was like, yes. Of course, Madam Web was up. Joker 2 was up. Todd Phillips. Borderlands, Eli Roth. And Jerry Seinfeld directing Unfrosted was up, too. Guys, this is ridiculous. This is the most ridiculous stuff. We're almost through. Also, the entire cast. Let's talk about cast here. Worst screen combo. All right, guys, here we go. Worst screen combo. Who do you think wins? Anybody?
Madam Web.
Joker 2. That's right.
No way.
Joaquin Phoenix. And also, again, Lady Gaga. Which I thought Megalopolis might lose that one because it was up too. But worst prequel, remake, or ripoff? Who wins that one? Joker 2. Congratulations, Joker 2. Getting your other Razzie. They really razzed on that too. Worst screenplay, Madam Web. Worst screenplay. Guys, but again, Megalopolis, Reagan. All these are up again. Great Razzies, guys. Great Razzies. Have you guys ever watched these things? They're kind of fun to watch. They're not the pop and circumstance that you have at the Oscars, but we really trashed on Unfrosted, Megalopolis, Madam Web. And Joker 2. Those are the ones that really got trashed. And I love that joke that Conan O'Brien had a firefighter say. That was like about he was like, and our apologies to the Joker 2 producers that lost their homes. It hit you really hard because they lost so much money on that movie, but. The Razzies, guys. Does this matter at all? Valerie, do you think these awards?
I like Megalopolis.
I thought it was decent. Valerie, do you think these matter at all? And do you think that we should be making award ceremony just trashing movies like this?
I mean, it's funny for us to like watch. I would certainly say that, you know. I mean, I don't know. It seems to definitely reflect public opinion because I know people have hated so deeply on Madam Web and Joker too. Um, I've never seen Madam Web, but I've never heard one good thing about it. I mean, I've even seen this interview where Dakota Johnson's like, yeah, something, something. I like everything I've done except Madam Web. Like she like poked fun at it or something. But yeah, no, I think it's funny.
Don't waste your time, Val.
They kind of got her.
I'm gonna see it.
Because I watched it. I'm like, man, why not? I can find joy in everything. I love bad movies a lot of times too. And this was not a great movie. But Madam Web, and I think here, I love what Queen said first. Queen said that Craven got robbed. Queen, you get a round of applause, Queen. Raven did get robbed. Craven got robbed. That's awesome. This is a crazy thing, Valarie. Joker 2. Did you see Joker 2 though?
I've seen bits and pieces. I haven't like sat down and watched the whole thing in its entirety, but I have seen.
Do you think that Joaquin Phoenix was mad at all that he was up for all these Razzies?
I mean, knowing his like weird personality and ego, I would imagine so. I'm sure he like stands by that, and he's like, "This was."
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at Queen's comment. I couldn't help it.
If you have a bad case of insomnia, watch Madam Web.
Jeez.
Madam Web. Thank you, Queen. Queen, I can't give you all the wrong applause. I'll give you one more though.
I'm sorry, Val. It hit me, and I just couldn't help laughing out loud.
No, it's okay. Queen has the best comments.
She really does. But Francis Ford Coppola actually made a whole statement about it. Because the Razzies aren't like a normal ceremony. They do like a whole kind of online thing. And they have, it's very low key, low budget. They're not going crazy. Here's what I say. Do you think, Valarie, if they went big budget, do you think actors would actually show up for these?
I don't know. You know what? Some. Okay. Some.
I would. Fuck yeah, I'd show up. I'd be there.
Some would show up. I think that you're not gonna get like Kim Kardashian, like the who's who of Nobody Cares isn't gonna go to that, but like
she should be up for something. And we had television. I'd razz away at her. That's what I'm saying.
But I think like people that, you know, show up on red carpets that you're like, did you pay to be there? Like somebody like oh God, what's her name? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that terrible? Like when like love her to death, but when Black China shows up on a red carpet, I'm like, you don't act. I don't think you sing. Why are you at like the Grammys or the Oscars? Like, did you pay to be at this red carpet? Like,
I don't know who Black China is. I have no idea.
I don't either. Sounds like a male stripper.
GR, Black China.
Who? What?
There we go. Valarie, tell us.
Well, I think
please.
I have some Black China in the China huts in the living room.
There we go.
Wait, hold on.
Help us out, Val.
Black China? Chat, do you know about Black China? You don't know about Black China?
You're on fire.
Okay,
Thank you, Peppy.
Black China also belongs in the who's who of Nobody Cares because she like I need like a cork board and red yarn to explain how she's connected to the Kardashian family. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Well, who cares about the Kardashians either?
I'll pee on you.
That's what I'm saying. That's why Black China would show up at the Razzies. She'd be like, yeah, an event to go to. Word.
Now I'm going to have to do a search on the internet and find out who she is.
Yes, I feel like don't search for Black China, GR. That's going to mess up your algorithm. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, I'll pass. I mean, let's face it. If she's associated with the Kardashians, Dilligaff.
Yeah.
Kardashian
I have
information.
one question. I just have a question.
Jonathan, get in there. What do you think? First of all,
yes, go ahead.
I was going to say, first of all, I'm going to throw a question at you, then fire back with a question.
Okay.
Did you see any of these movies?
I did, yeah.
And do you think, okay, you saw them, but do they think any of them deserve the Razzie? And then fire back at me.
I've never heard of the Razzie before tonight.
I love that you haven't.
I don't know anything about Madam Web, although I know who the character is, never saw the movie. I did see Joker 2.
Yeah.
And I thought it was wonderful. The people that didn't like it just didn't get it.
Were you drinking before you went?
No, because that was after that Friday night show. I stopped after that. But no, I think it was brilliant because it took place in his mind. And if you look at the directing there, how they switched between real life and what he imagined things to be, it was like for an hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever, we got to be crazy with him. I loved it. I also, by the way, am a musical theater major, so that might have had something to do with it.
Yes.
I mean, I love it, man. I feel like I watched it too, and I was like, this movie right here, I'm like, I don't think people are going to get it. I enjoy it too, Jonathan, but I thought people are not going to get it, and they're not going to want to watch this. And people walked out of my theater when I was there.
Wow.
You know?
You still go to the theater. Wow.
Jonathan, you know I go to the theater.
I do.
I have my Regal pass. I have my refill popcorn bucket. You know, I get my big icy, and or I get a massive tall boy, and I go in there and I have a good time. What's your question?
Well, that was my question about Joker 2. But in terms of the Razzies and whether or not actors would show up, I think they should. I mean, you're still being recognized.
You see what Queen said? Halle Berry did show up for her Razzie for Catwoman.
There you go.
She showed up. You know?
It's called being a good sport. If you're gonna cash the $1 million checks and you're gonna accept the Academy Awards, then you should also take your $1 million checks and accept the Razzies and be a good sport about it. Because really, who's it all for anyway? The fans, the moviegoers, the people who are paying you those millions of dollars. So show up, shut up, and get off the stage.
Yeah, 100%.
And go make another movie.
Go make some movie. Make some money. What are you going to say, Val?
I agree with that. Say it louder for the people in the back. I mean, go collect your award and shut up. I don't need to hear the story, honestly.
And I also get a little
project
peeved.
for them.
Sing out, Louise. I also get a little peeved, and I shouldn't. I have no business here. But if an actor's turning down a role, and I said this in Hot Takes, I don't think they should just say, no. How about you recommend somebody that you know could do the job?
Yeah.
You say, hey, I'm not going to take it, but there's this guy in this acting class I go to on Thursday nights or whatever, or this guy that co-starred with you in something else. Instead of just saying no, it's kind of like, no, but here's a suitable replacement. I think it's time that we start supporting each other in this business. They preach a lot of support in the Oscars, but I'll tell you something, raising $6 million for a movie, that might not sound like a lot to make a movie, but it's a lot of money to raise if you've never raised money for a movie before, right? So I think we need to start supporting and helping each other, and that's one way to do it. I'm not going to do your movie, but I know somebody who will. It's easy, and it might just be effective.
And it gives somebody a job. It gives somebody a job.
More than a job, a chance.
Yeah. Yeah. Which we all
I'll
deserve.
take the chance.
Oh, GR. Yeah, round of applause for GR. GR. The Razzies. Have you ever watched them before? Okay, there we go. Give GR a round of applause. Let's do it. GR, have you ever watched the Razzies before?
I love the Razzies.
Megalopolis. We saw this together, GR. Were you shocked that Francis Ford Coppola won for worst director?
Yeah, because if you understand what the movie was about, you'd like it. But most people didn't get it.
Yeah. I love how Jon Voight won for worst actor for that movie. Jon Voight was weird. His little, remember that scene where he's like, you want to come touch my pecker? And he's got the fucking crossbow. It's a real scene. And freaking Aubrey Plaza's there, and she is like, I'm going to get your pecker. And then she fucking stabs him. And guys, it was the weirdest scene ever. I'm not going to lie to you. It was the weirdest, GR. Please vouch for me. It was the weirdest scene ever.
Oh, it was. I mean, the recreating Rome in New York City, it gets a little, it's a mind stretch, but it's an interesting film.
Are you surprised? Are you surprised Madam Web won so much?
No, because it sucked beyond words.
I was shocked about Unfrosted. That Unfrosted got so much hate because I felt like people just didn't watch Unfrosted. Like it came out on Netflix.
I liked Unfrosted.
I thought it was good. It was fun. It was dumb, but it was fun. It was Jerry Seinfeld humor.
I didn't say it was high theater. Okay, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not Shakespeare.
And
but
it's blowing up
fun.
on Netflix now. Do you know that? Since the Razzies, it's jumped up on the Netflix like watch thing. 'Cause I think people just didn't watch it at the time. Hugh Grant's like a thespian. He's like, I'm a real Shakespearean actor. Why am I Tony the Tiger? You know? It was
It's ridiculous.
Because he's not great.
Yeah, Val, what's your question?
Is this the type of movie that you would watch when you've, had a gummy vitamin?
I think so. I think that
Or
gummy
four.
vitamin will give you an extra oomph of enthusiasm. You'll go from 1 to 2 thumbs up. I think it's just like they show the whole competition. It's all like exaggerated, like Kellogg and Kellogg and Post, and it's about them trying to like win the breakfast world. You know what I mean? And then what?
Is it kind of campy, or is it like
It's very campy.
It's about Pop-Tarts. I think camp is all they've got.
Yeah, it's super campy. I was shocked. Tony the Tiger's in it. Yes, he is. Queen Hugh Grant plays Tony the Tiger. Tony the Tiger. And he's in a big suit, and he's like, I can show you a picture of him. You guys want to see a picture of Tony the Tiger?
Please.
I got a picture someplace here. I'll pull him up. But it's just like, I'm like, Hugh Grant doing this? That's why when I first heard about it, I'm like, okay, I kind of want to see this just for Hugh Grant to be Tony the Tiger. And the trailer came out, and I was like, all right, here he is. Here's Hugh Grant as Tony the Tiger, Val. You know?
Oh my god!
And he's pissed off the whole time. He's arguing he's more money. And he's trying to he comes up with, they're great. He comes up with that. It's like a whole thing, it shows on set. Yeah, Ray Quinn getting hungry for some Pop-Tarts, pop it in. But I was shocked. I didn't even think this was anybody's like radar to even be nominated for a Razzie. I just love the Razzies. I mean, it's always like it happens Saturday night. It happens every Saturday before the Oscars.
Oh.
It's always a fun thing. I love talking about it.
Is it only online?
I think
online. Only online.
I think it's fun to see the industry take itself and make fun of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's become a thing. When it first started, people didn't like really take it seriously. And now people are like, oh, fuck, I'm nominated for a Razzie.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pepestar needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.